This was at the start of the stage when I was thinking of ideas and drawing storyboards of my potential films. As you can see, this was all done by pencil. I then decided to make a treatment sheet which would help me look at things in a different perspective. These post-it notes of the chronological order of what my actual film ended up being. By mixing up the chronological order like this, allowed me to show that I could bring aspects from Memento into my product. As you can see, the fall was at the very end, so parts in between and after were placed before it. I then decided to make a final storyboard so then I could play around with it on iMovie and find out how long my movie could actually be. This was just a short project, but it was worth it. I found out it was 1 minute 35, so it gave me a good idea of how much footage I needed and how long the clips would be for each shot. I then did some last minute finalising before the final day of when I met up with my actors Nick and Robin, and we got on with the shoot, just making sure everything's in the right order and the colour coordination resembles the chronological order. This was my plan of action for that day, Monday. I wanted my actors to be very friendly and enjoy it while I was filming, otherwise I may not have given off the right look. This was the software which I used to convert my files. I did use a few different softwares, but this was one of the best ones. This clip shows myself and my class playing around with the green screen. This was the first time I used it, and I got one of my classmates to stand in front of it and play along while I changed the background. This was a great way to open up my eyes to see what could be done with it. I then shot my own footage of Nick over the top of a green screen and imported it into After Effects. As you can see, I use my Mac and my notes, which I got off Video Copilot, which really helped me. Stage by stage, I slowly finished off the green screen effect and imported it into one of the backgrounds which I had. This was me masking out the part which I needed, and this allowed me to change the background, the green bit, to the background I wanted. So that shows them all masked out. I then, in the next stage, had to make key points every time Nick went out of the allocated space and alter it. This was quite a long time, but it was definitely worth it. It was good just to try it out. First time I've used it, and I thought it worked quite well. I then added in pictures, the floor from the top of the Pomodoro roof, and then imported his video on top. And as you can see, I then filled in the green with the background and took out that extra chair quite easily. And this enabled me to add in other pictures with different axes and create a 3D city effect. I found it very hard. This was my ident, which I produced on Motion. This was me opening up Final Cut and importing all of my converted clips so they would now work. And I slowly began to edit my film. And sometimes, like you can see, I wanted some sound effects from other clips, but I didn't actually want the video, so I took out their sound by locking the sound bar at the bottom and imported the picture over the top.